The first week of January means one very big thing for the tech industry. It's time for the annual Consumer Electronics Show. The Las Vegas event kicks off today with more than 165,000 people expected to attend.
Nearly 4,000 companies are showing off their new gadgets. Hot items include drones, self-driving cars, virtual reality headsets, and robots.
Brian Cooley, editor-at-large with our partners at CNET, is one of those lucky people there on the convention floor in Las Vegas, and he joins us now. Brian, so let's just start with sort of a general overview. I'm sure you've seen a lot of interesting things, but what are the big trends this year?
You know, some of the big trends that I'm seeing have to do with the talk about virtual and augmented reality, which we've been getting pummeled with the last year or two. Now the buzz term is mixed reality, where they're taking bits of both, if you will. I mean, take a look at this phone from Lenovo. It's got a camera on the back, but it also has a very new depth sensor. It allows this thing to see the world, kind of like a Pokemon Go situation, but then also know distances and shapes to give it uncanny ability to bring in objects. There's an app from a furniture retailer I saw where you can actually use this to pretend you're buying furniture and put it in place as you look at it, and you'll swear the furniture is actually there. It's amazingly realistic. Another example at a higher level is Microsoft's Hololens, where we're taking a look at the ability to still see the world, but have extremely powerful representations of objects, people, avatars that can join you in that world while you still see the real world around you. So it's not isolating the way virtual reality is, which is what takes over your vision and blocks everything out. And this is the new mixed reality trend that we're seeing. I think it's going to be important to help consumers get a focus on what all this new visual technology is all about. That's been
Brian,
a real big one here.
You know, look, Brian, that all sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I'm sure those things are going to be great. But I got to ask you about your pal there, because I want one really bad. I mean, it is every time you said, take a look at this, or it looked at you,
look at his eyes.
What is that?
This is my little friend Curie. This is from Mayfield Robotics. This is a company that is putting this on the market later this year. It'll be $600, and what you're looking at is a robot that actually is emphasizing relationship and relatability first. Now that may sound like fuzzy nonsense, but it actually makes a lot of sense, because these humanoid-style robots, their functions, what they can do, I think will be rather commodity. The personality they have and how much you like and trust them, I know that sounds crazy. I didn't buy into it either until this year, and now I'm starting to really understand that that is a real important ethic. And so this particular one, for example, is first imagined as kind of a little assistant or scout around the house that can keep an eye on things while you're away, or can relate to you while you're there and help you with little alerts and notices and let you know what's going on around the house. It's easier to see than to describe. It doesn't talk, which is key. They don't have it actually verbalized back to you. It has little beeps, but notice the facial expressions. You don't miss the fact that it doesn't talk to you, and it does hear you, but it doesn't talk back to you except when making noises like that. Everyone says R2-D2, but it's actually, you know, it's got its own little language, and it can navigate around the home. It's on a platform right now, but it
he just nodded. He agreed. He said, "Yes, I can."
Yeah, Curie is really cool, I got to say, and this is one that's changing my opinion about humanoid-style robotics.
I think I'm not getting a new guitar this year.
I know, you read my mind. I was going to say to you, can you take my credit cards and put them in your freezer or something?
Yeah, right.
Because this is going to be dangerous, I think. He's super cute.
Everyone falls in love with Curie. Yeah.
You know, I think last year we saw cars for maybe the first time, I think, at the electronics show. I remember seeing a car that was self-parking.
Right.
What's going on with technology in cars now?
The self-parking, self-driving revolution continues apace. It's not really anything new there as much as that technology grows in importance at this show. I'll tell you, this may be the most important technology car show above any auto show around the world. It's really getting to that level of prominence. But what's interesting is we're seeing now hitting the ground, hitting showrooms, are car makers that have their cars talking to your smart home. Ford and Amazon are a good example, where you can use that Echo Alexa product and you can tell your home instructions from inside your Ford on the dashboard using Amazon Alexa, or you can be in your home and control the car, get it to start, preheat, check if the lights are on or if it's charging from inside the home with voice. So it goes both ways. Homes and connected cars should be part of one continuum, and the car makers are actually rolling that out here at the show. I think Ford and Amazon are the best example, but we also just saw Mercedes and Google Home do a similar link up, and Hyundai's doing it as well, and BMW is doing it as well. So that's becoming a major trend.
Wow. All right. So you've got this selfie drone. I mean, I thought this was all you needed.
It's coming in now, yeah.
Okay.
This is the hover camera. This is from a company called 00. And as you can see, this guy, you can't see the camera on the front, but the camera on the front knows my face. And after it learns my face, it will follow me based on computer vision, or facial recognition is what that is. Therefore, it can stand off a ways, 5-10 feet, usually a little further away than this, and it can take videos and clips of my life in a way that selfies just can't do because my arm isn't long enough. Wouldn't we all like to have a video or a camera crew following us around like we're some star, taking photos of our lives? That's what this can do. It's pretty clever, actually.
Wow. What was that movie with Jennifer Aniston and Ben Stiller, Philip Seymour Hoffman, where he had somebody following him around like a camera crew doing a reality show?
That's what you can do
That's what you can do
but
here.
It's not quite so self-absorbed. Yeah.
I'm a little terrified.
Hey, one more I want to show you guys.
Wow.
You're going to find this really interesting. Here's a smart hairbrush from the Kerastase hair products brand. You know them. And Withings, a smart products company in France. And you may scoff at this, but I'll tell you, this is actually very interesting technology. There's a little microphone inside here, and it also has accelerometers, so it knows how you're moving this thing. The microphone can use audio signatures to detect hair breakage, and then the accelerometers can tell if you're pulling it too hard, too far, going the wrong direction with the brush, and of course, that all gets communicated to you in an app to say, here's how you should be brushing your hair, so it looks the way you want it to, and you're not breaking it and tearing it out. It's only about $200. That's actually pretty reasonable for something that this smart and connected. Yeah, it's not your $5 hairbrush, but it's also not your $5 hairbrush results. So this is one that I was surprised by. I thought I was going to scoff at it, and the more I consider it, it's like, no, there's something here.
Do you think it'll work on a high and tight, like buzz cut like mine?
I don't think so.
It doesn't do much for me. Let's be honest.
I usually just know that my hair's breaking because I go, ouch, that hurts.
Or you can also comb it and then just look in the mirror and,
I don't need
bounce it around.
I don't need my brush telling me what to do. I got plenty of people telling me what to do. But
Especially
it's
in
a
this
nice
business.
idea, yeah. Well, Brian Cooley, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, guys.